Good morning. It is Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday. It is October 16th. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. As always, I hope that you slept well, had a great night, be it resting or be it working. I hope that you had a wonderful night. Again, it is now 6:45, so I'm just going to be talking to you guys for a few moments. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Hey. Ho. Hey. Ho. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. Whew, it's hot. Me putting on the sweater don't make it no better, right? But, yeah, I put some clothes on because when I get off work, some things I want to do. I want to first start walking more. But honestly, I just had some things that I need to do today. Pay some bills for one. Can't get around that. Yeah, when I got off work last night, again, I was just tired. Like, lately, that's been my MO lately. But what I did was, I did what I said I was going to do. And, I went through, all my bills and everything that needed to be paid, that I needed to work on right now. And, just trying to, just went through all of that. But anyway, I found myself getting a little frustrated yesterday about some things. And then I was like, a lot of it is my fault, so I can't get too pissed at nobody more so than myself, obviously. So I got over that. And then later, I really got ticked and I woke up pissed. And it's like, I just don't want to allow that negativity over me, because I know I can really get aggravated and slamming doors and things like that. I was really horrible for doing things like that in the past, and that's not something that I want to allow myself to do ever again. But it's frustrating when no one hears what's coming out your mouth when you're standing right in front of them, type of thing. It's like talking to a wall. And I just was so frustrated about myself and just about a lot of things in general. I did wake up this morning. I did say my prayers, not just for myself, family, friends, and loved ones, but as I always say, for all our brothers and sisters in Christ, whether we know them or not, we're all one. We're all children of God. He chose us. We're all brothers and sisters in Christ. And I read 1 Kings chapter 22, I think it was. And I can't say that I understood everything. I will say this, from what I did understand, that there was a war. Jehoshaphat and I forget the other king's name. They were going to go to war, and Jehoshaphat was going to war with this king on his side, and this king was worried about, am I going to win or lose? So he had all these prophets. These prophets were always telling him nothing but good things, but there was one, which I think the name was Micaiah, that never had really anything to say good. And so when they said, is there anyone here, they're looking for somebody, because everybody's saying the same thing. Is there any true prophet here? They say, yeah, there's one, Micaiah, I think that's how you pronounce the name. And he's like, he don't never have nothing good to say. It's always evil about me. My coffee needs to be a little bit hotter. He said it's just never anything good. And it wasn't. So he had him put in prison, basically bread and water feed him, until he comes back from war. And so what he decided to do, when he goes to war, he decided not to dress as the king, but as, a regular soldier. And he had, I think it was Jehoshaphat, put on his robe so that he looked like he was that particular king. And so that he can go and fight and come back, uh, victorious, and alive. But he still ended up getting killed. Like if the Lord said that this is what's going to happen, it's going to happen. So that's the one thing I can say that I understand. If the Lord said it, it's going to happen. The Lord does not lie, right? There's no reason, it just is going to happen. If the Lord said you're going to wake up in the morning, you're going to wake up in the morning. If he said, you know what, tomorrow is your day, we're going to bring you on home, you're going home. So I understood that much. And really that came to me talking to you guys, because when I got through reading, I was like, Lord, I'm not 100% sure I understood everything. But I think what I needed to get out of what I read was, if the Lord said it, it's a done deal, right? No matter how you try to hide or conceal, no matter how you dip and dodge and run circles, and no matter how mean you are to this one or that one, it's not going to change the outcome. If the Lord said it, it is so. And that just reminds me what the pastor said. The Lord is always with you. He will never leave nor forsake you, right? And God said it. He said, I am here with you. I will never leave or forsake you. I am your shepherd. You shall not want. I will do this. I will do that. Ask and you shall receive. Knock. Everything that God says is. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that it took me a minute, but that's what I got out of what I read. I'm grateful for it. But we also have to continue doing what we're supposed to do too, right? We have to continue. If God said He gonna bless you, He gonna bless you. That blessing is yours. But when you're ready for it, we have to continue doing what we're supposed to do. I was listening to Joyce yesterday, and she was saying, God's not going to do what we're supposed to do. We have to do it, just like we can't do what He's going to do. That's His position, right? So whatever it is you're supposed to do, do it. And if you're not sure what it is, get in that word, and He'll make it plain. He'll make it clear. So that's that this morning. And then I also want to read with you guys. Yesterday, guys, as you can see, I tried to finish some of my hair. I decided to watch. So what I did was I just did maybe 3 of the leftover hair from the day before, right? And I did it while watching, I don't know what I watched on TV. I think some YouTubers playing Buffalo and all of that at the casino. And so I then laid down. I was kind of tired, but not 100% sleepy. I think I nodded off, woke back up type of thing. And I was just uncomfortable, hot, cold, whatever. And so I got up. I was laying there and I started flicking and I saw Jaws. I was like, come on, I'm finna watch Jaws. Now, mind you, Jaws is on my list on Netflix, right? It says do not remove. Jaws came up and I was like, I'm finna watch Jaws. Like, you can never, I don't care how many times you watch Jaws, it's good. And so I figure, you know what, while I'm sitting here watching Jaws, go ahead and try to just do a couple of more. And so I did, right? And I was using water and a little bit of oil. And so my eye got irritated. And so I went to scratch my eye, right? But I scratched it too hard. I was just trying to rub right down here where it was irritated. And I scratched too hard. Oh my God. And I scratched like the inside the lid or something. And my eye just shut almost, right? It just kind of swole up. And now I'm rubbing it because it's irritated. And then I got the oil I forgot on my hand. So I had to go get the oil off my hand. you know. Um, and then the cat, I was like, oh my God, right? My eye had shut, y'all. Yesterday was just almost completely shut. I woke up this morning with it a bit shut. One would say, oh, you have pink eye. No, it's scratching the crap out of myself. And then realized the nail had fell off. So I had to get up this morning and put that back on. And then I had to get the sander and the fouler and file it down a bit because it was scratchy. And that's what I scratched my eye with. Oh, God, I didn't mean to do it, but I did it. And it's so uncomfortable, like, I have such a headache, and it makes you tired when your eyes are irritated. Anyway, I have to do the list today. I'll be on the phones all week again today. This week, I'm just praying that it's not super busy. I've been pretty blessed in that area. But I prayed and asked the Lord, help me get through the list, get it done right, no problems or issues. And what makes it hard is the staffing part of it for me, because you want to make sure everybody gets some work. They so quick to, oh, this one didn't get, and this one did. But when I was looking at it for this week, there were people, I don't know, it's whatever. I'm going to heat my coffee up because it really needs to be. And then I'm going to come back, you guys, and we're going to read Lord It's Me Again. Now, the other one is in my office, but it's the little space heater sitting on top of it. Because I got to have some heat on my feet. And but it got a little too hot in there, so I had to turn it off altogether. But that's where it is, so I will get it. I'll put something else underneath. It was just the quickest thing I could find at the moment, so I grabbed it. But I do have other stuff that I can use for sure. But I'm going to go heat up my coffee really quick, and I'll be back and we'll read today's, and then I'll get ready for work. Okay, guys, I'm back. I heated it up, but I'm sure going to have to heat it again. I really didn't leave it in there long enough, to be honest. Anyway, guys, Lot is me again, and today is October 16. Asking for wisdom. Asking for wisdom. Yesterday I was while working, I think I was coming back from my break or something a little early, and so I had went into my app and I was doing something else, and it said I had a new stub. Normally you don't see that until today, but it was up early, so I was able to see what my check would be once all my rapid and stuff had been taken off and it, subtracted and everything else. So that's how I was able to calculate what my bills, what all I would be able to get done today. So anyway, guys, asking for wisdom. Listen carefully to wisdom. Set your mind on understanding. Cry out for wisdom and beg for understanding. Proverbs 2:2-3. So Proverbs 2nd chapter, verse 2-3. Grief has a funny way of messing with our heads. It can cause a fog to roll in and settle over our minds. You know what, guys? Hold on, because now I gotta pee. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my coffee in, pee, and when I come back, my coffee should be hot and I'll be ready to go. Okay, guys, it's 7:04. While I was in there, I figured I weighed myself. Definitely gained weight, didn't lose, and I know why. Just been stuffing my face. It didn't even know whole lot of nothing to stuff my face with. It's what I stuff my face with. Not good. What, when, and why? Yesterday I was so frustrated. I started just eating stuff. Can't do that because all you're doing is hurting yourself. All right, let's go back. Asking for wisdom. Okay, let's go back. Grief has a funny way of messing with our heads. It can cause a fog to roll in and settle over our minds. Small decisions feel like monstrous ones. Or maybe it's the opposite. Big decisions are made hastily because, quite frankly, we don't have the energy to think everything through. So how do we get the wisdom we need for the task set before us? We ask God for it. King Solomon was put in charge of a nation. He knew it was an impossible task to complete without wisdom. He wasn't born the wisest man who ever lived. He acquired his wisdom by asking God to give it to him. If God can give Solomon wisdom to run a king, he can certainly give us wisdom to make decisions about big and small things in our lives. God, I need wisdom every day. Thank you that you want me to ask you for it. Help me to hear it in whatever form it comes. Directly from you or through the sound advice of family, friends, or counselors. Amen. We need wisdom. Through all you're getting, get understanding, right? We need wisdom and we need knowledge. And we need to study. And we need to seek and pray for that. Because you want to make sound decisions. You want to do the right things, right? Yesterday I was listening to Joyce. When I'm working and I'm not on the phones, I can listen. And so she was talking about some in most situations, don't be so quick to go to the phone. Instead, go to the throne. And that's something we all do. We're so quick to reach out to this one, reach out to that one. Da, 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 da. Not everybody has your best interest in heart. Not everybody thinks or feel the same way you do. You know what I'm saying? And we're asking, it's a possibility we asking the wrong people, obviously, for advice. And so, that's where she said, go to the throne, not the phone. Instead of picking up that phone, get on your hands and knees and pray. Go before the Lord. Go before the Lord. That's what we should be doing. And it's true, we don't do much of that. Even me, I pray and I ask the Lord for help. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Especially, I think, the older I get, I am. Because I've been through some things throughout my life. Maybe not as much as someone else, but enough, for me. And I've learned a lot. There's some things I'm still learning. There's some things I'm still making mistakes on. Even now, as old as I am, you would think, but nobody's perfect. But I do know that it's not always wise to seek answers from someone else. They may not necessarily mean you wrong or harm, but sometimes the answers are more appropriate for them, not for you. That's how their life, given the way their life is, that's how they would function or handle the situation. No one can walk in your shoes but you. No matter how you look at it, nobody can walk in your shoes but you. If you have a pair of shoes that you can no longer fit, right? For whatever reason, or you just tired of them, whatever, and you give them to someone else, and trust me, the shoes may fit because they were the same size, shoe you do. But it's not always easy to walk in those shoes because yes, they may be the same size, but that person may be slewfoot and you not. That patient may walk pigeon toes and you don't. So if you think about it, people that walk certain ways, their shoes are run down on like if they lean more to the right and they're heavier on that side, their shoes are run down on the right, whereas you don't. So it may be a little difficult and uncomfortable at some point for you to walk in those shoes because they're not yours. They're yours now because they were given to you for sure, yes. But again, it's not always difficult. Sometimes, and I realize that, sometimes somebody would give me something, I'll wear them for a little bit, and then I realize, hey, this person's foot, we wear the same size, but their shoes are on the side, run down. It's hard for me to walk like that because I don't walk. My feet ain't like that. And I realize that, I am a bit bow-legged in one leg, but quite knock-kneed in the other one. Nothing I can do about that. And I hate knock-kneed, but it is what it is. I don't hate me, by no means. By no means. And I work with what I have. But I do realize, you can't wear everybody's shoes. Everyone walks differently, and it's just the gist of it. And I just said that to support, the comment that I made. But anyway, 7-Eleven. So I'm going to go ahead and get on over here and get started. Let me grab the phone. The tablet I put on the charger just this morning, which was dumb. I should have had it on all night, but it's at 100 because it charges fast, and I'm glad about that. And I put it on early this morning when I first woke up, so I figured it shouldn't take too long. I'm just gonna turn it down. Sorry guys, I had a message from my daughter that was pretty, I needed to read it. Alright. So say good morning to everyone. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. You guys enjoy your Wednesday morning. Remember to say your prayers. Treat people the way the Lord would, and expect great things today. Expect great things. And I'll talk to you later. Bye now.